Your dog is watching the door right now, not because they heard something, but because someone is coming and they already know how they feel about that person. Before the knock, before the handle turns, before you do. You've seen it, the stillness, the slow, deliberate move to position themselves between you and a specific person. Not barking, not aggressive, just watching. And you apologized to your guest. Told them your dog was being weird, overprotective, maybe jealous. You are wrong. Your dog was not being weird. They were running a calculation that no human can replicate, a biological threat assessment that's been operating without your knowledge since the moment they met that person. And the science behind how they do it is so specific, so verified, and so far beyond what we assumed that when researchers finally studied it in controlled conditions, they discovered dogs are not just reading bad people, they're punishing them. In 2015, Professor Kazuo Fujita at Kyoto University ran one of the most carefully designed experiments ever conducted on dogs' social cognition. 54 house dogs. Each one watched their owner try to open a transparent container they could not open alone. A stranger was placed in the room. In one condition, the stranger helped the owner. In a second condition, the stranger deliberately refused to help, turning away while the owner struggled. In a third condition, the stranger sat neutrally and did nothing. After the interaction, both the stranger and the neutral person offered the dog a treat. The dogs refused the food from the person who refused to help their owner. Not because that person had done anything to the dog directly, not because they were threatening, they'd simply been unhelpful to someone the dog loved, and the dog penalized them for it by refusing their food. Fujita called it third-party social evaluation. Your dog doesn't just judge how people treat them, they judge how people treat you. They're watching every interaction you have, building a moral file on every person who enters your life. And when someone fails the test, your dog remembers. Wolves do not do this. A 2022 study at the Wolf Science Center in Vienna tested whether wolves could form reputations of individual humans through observation alone. Even hand-raised wolves, who had spent their entire lives around humans, showed no reliable evidence of tracking individual human reliability through indirect observation. The wolf sees a threat or it does not. It registers a direct interaction or it does not. Third-party social evaluation, the ability to build a judgment of someone based entirely on how they treat someone else, does not appear in wolves. It was invented by dogs, wired in across 15,000 years of watching human social life from a position of complete loyalty. This is not a scent trick. It is not instinct. It is a moral judgment, and your dog is the only non-human animal on Earth for whom it's been officially scientifically documented in this form. Coming up, the experiment that proved dogs track individual human dishonesty and stop trusting specific people on a person-by-person basis. The documented case of a dog who identified a violent criminal his owners had trusted for 5 months, and the one behavioral signal your dog shows when they've made their judgment that most owners mistake for something else entirely. But third-party social evaluation is only the first layer. That same year, a separate researcher at Kyoto University, Dr. Akiko Takaoka, published a study in animal cognition asking a different question. Not whether dogs judge people who hurt you, whether they remember which specific person lied to them. A human pointed to a container with food. The dog followed, found the reward. Trust established. Then the same human pointed to an empty container. The dog followed, found nothing. When that same human pointed a third time, the dogs turned away completely. No hesitation. No second chance. They had already closed the file. But here's what made the finding extraordinary. When a new person was brought in and pointed to food, the dogs trusted them immediately. They did not lose faith in people. They lost faith in that person. They had built what Takaoka called a reliability index on one specific individual and written them off in a single session. Fujita had said it plainly in his own study. Dogs make social and emotional evaluations of people regardless of their direct interest. They're not protecting themselves. They're protecting you. And they remember who failed you long after you've forgiven them. Takaoka confirmed that same intelligence operates across time, person by person, with no reset. Quote, "Dogs have more sophisticated social intelligence than we thought. This social intelligence evolved selectively in their long life history with humans." End quote. They're not just reading the room, they're reading the person, individually, with memory. This is what's happening with Killian, a black lab and German shepherd mix in Charleston, South Carolina. In 2012, his owners Benjamin and Hope Jordan hired a 22-year-old babysitter named Alexis Kahn for their 7-month-old son. For 5 months, she was in their home. For 5 months, she appeared trustworthy. For 5 months, Killian gave no indication that anything was wrong. And then, quietly, without a single incident the owners could point to, Killian changed. Every time Khan entered the house, he began growling. He raised his hackles. He physically wedged himself between her and the baby. His owners had to hold him back. They didn't understand it. Killian had no personal history with her. She'd never hurt him. He had no direct evidence of anything wrong. The Jordans hid an iPhone under the couch. What it recorded led to Alexis Kahn pleading guilty to criminal child abuse. She had been violently abusing their infant for months. Killian had watched her. He had watched how she interacted with the person he was bonded to protect, and he had filed a judgment 5 months before anyone else in that house had any reason to. He was not being weird, he was being precise. And here's the behavioral signal that most owners misread. When your dog moves to a position between you and a specific person, that's not protectiveness in the general sense, that's your dog physically enacting a threat verdict. They've already made the call. The positioning is the consequence, not the warning. By the time your dog is standing between you and someone else, the file's been built, the reliability index has been scored, and the third-party social evaluation has returned a result. The still watchful dog in the doorway is not uncertain. They already know. So the next time your dog goes quiet around someone you trust, don't apologize for them. Don't explain them away. Ask yourself one question. What has this person shown my dog about how they treat me when I'm not looking? Because your dog's been asking that question since the moment they met. They're not psychic, they're not reading auras. What they're doing is honestly more than that. They're running a social intelligence system that was purpose-built across 15,000 years of watching humans. Tracking honesty, filing moral records, refusing food from people who failed your owner. Not because they were trained to protect you, but because somewhere in the long history of dogs and humans, they decided that you were worth watching over. That your relationships were worth monitoring. That the people in your life were their business too. The wolf never made that decision. Dogs made it for themselves. So the next time your dog goes still in a doorway, do not move them. Do not apologize. Just ask yourself one question. What has this person shown my dog about how they treat me when I am not looking? Because your dog already answered that question the moment they walked in. Which person in your life has your dog reacted to that you could not explain at the time? Tell us in the comments. This has been Happy Tales. If you want to discover more about the dog watching over you right now, watch this video next. See you there.